Good morning, guys. Welcome. Thank you again for joining me. Today, I want to talk about a topic which may be a bit controversial to the norms and the beliefs of most people. I want to talk about why it is important that you should teach your children and yourself how to make money. You see, in every age, you need to understand the times in which you're living in. And the time in which we live in is a time that says that, money brings you power, it brings you freedom, it brings you peace of mind, it brings you influence, and it gives you authority over so many things. Now, I was reading a passage in the Bible, and it's talked about the children of Issachar. They understood the times in which they were living, and because of that, they did wonderful exploits. They did great and amazing things. You see, if you don't understand the times in which you're living in, for you to move forward and prosper becomes a challenge to yourself. And most of the times, whatever you go through, you're going to pass on to your children. And this is why most Africans haven't had a culture of wealth transfer from one generation onto the other, because the preceding generations did not teach the current generation on how to make money and also on how to transfer this wealth, so that cumulatively over centuries, this particular ethnic people would become rich and prosperous and influential. Now, when I was thinking about this passage of the children of Issachar, my mind went back to 2008. Now, there was a massive collapse in the financial markets. But the truth is, a couple of years after that, the rich became extremely richer. People that were worth 5 billion suddenly became 12, 13, 15 billion. And I was asking myself, what happened? What happened? I realized then that, because the rich understand the times in which they're living in, when these cycles come, the wealth transferred from the poor, even the little they had, is taken and added onto them. Why? Because they understand the times in which they are living in, and they use the systems to their advantage. So today I want to tell you that, if you keep thinking that poverty is righteous, or being poor or pious is good, is not good. Being rich brings you a sense of power and authority. And trust me, it's much better for you to serve God when you know you can pay your bills. It's much better for you to praise and sing hallelujah when you know that you're not scared of where money is going to come from. This is why I say it is important now for us to teach ourselves how to make money, teach our children how to make money, so that continually over the years, Africa will also begin what we call wealth transfer, transgenerational wealth transfer. It is already going, but the percentage at which it is going to take us another millennia for us to, make any meaningful strides in that direction. So today, what I want you to begin to think about is, would you begin to teach your children how to make money? You see, my father had a couple of businesses after he retired, and he was trying to manage these businesses, and he had people that were doing this, for him. But he didn't know how to teach me, what he was doing. Although he gave me access to his business premises, I saw the books and everything. I had to figure it out myself. Imagine if my father took me and sat me down and said, "Hey, Gerald, listen, now I'm going to teach you how to become successful in business. Now, before you start a business, this is what you have to do. This is how you have to overcome some of these challenges that are going to, occur." And when a challenge happens in the business, my father will, if he knew, he will call me, sit me down and said, "Okay, now we've had cash flow problems. So this is what we are looking to do. This is how we are looking to resolve it. Okay, now we have, enough cash flow coming in. Revenues are increasing. Now this is what we're going to sit down to look at, to be able to expand the business." My father didn't have all this knowledge. I had to learn this for myself. However, what I'm grateful for is that even though he didn't speak it out, by talking about his experiences, I learned. And it gave me the courage to go forth and do what I'm doing. When we started, we were so many of us, so many of us. Then came, the first challenges and obstacles. Some of our clients lost money. There was, angry phone calls all over the place. And then, because trouble hit, all the sheep, they ran away. Even the few that stuck around, they stuck around just trying to see whether I'm going to make through, so that I'll hold them across as well. But because they didn't have the stomach for that, or they also gave up. Here I am, 7 years into it, and I'm still going. Why? Because I know that the law of averages states that If you fail considerable amount of time, you're only shortening the time for you to succeed, and all you need to do is succeed once. My break came in 2017, starting 2016. Now it is because I kept going, you see. So you have to teach yourself how to make money, and trust me, it's difficult sometimes, you see. Now this is why we came up with our platform, Prosec Africa, to teach you how to be able to make wealth, make money for yourself, and be able to transfer wealth onto your children. Three things I have to teach my son. Three things. First, to know where his power comes from, which is from God. Secondly, how to make money, how to keep it, sustain it, and grow it. And also, the third thing is how to love and be compassionate. These three things will make him a wholesome human being, among many other factors. For me, this is key. This is key. You see, I will fail by default as a father if I don't teach my son these three things. Now, I want you to also take up the challenge. Do the same for your children. Maybe you're already 60, 70 and you think your time is over. No, it's not over. You can start now. You can start learning now. I'm here if you want assistance, if you want us to talk about it. If you have a genuine idea, a genuine proposition, a genuine thing that you want to do and you believe in it, passion, never dies. Passion, even at 70. You see old men doing wonderful things, old women doing wonderful things, and you're wondering, but how? Where did they get the energy from? Because it's passion. They are passionate about it. You have to know how to make money. You have to know how to make money, and you have to teach your children how to do this as well. Now, this is how you live peacefully, I recently moved into a wonderful place. I'm enjoying this place. It's incredible. Golf courses around. When you see somebody driving the car they are driving, building the house they are building, living in the house they are living, don't envy them. You don't know what sacrifices they've had to make to teach themselves to get to that particular place. Rather, any wise person will go closer to them and ask them, how do you do this? Can you help me? I'm here to say, if you want, I can help you. God bless you, and I pray God will guide you and guard you.